6-1, 86% run with these free video picks. I'm Scott Rickenbach from Doc Sports. It is Friday, May 29th, and we're looking to keep the run going here with these free picks. More about the records in just one moment. First, want to mention we're talking about Phillies Dodgers here in baseball action for Friday night. MLB action here. The Phillies are in LA to face the Dodgers, and the current line at the time of this recording, the Dodgers are a minus 120 home favorite, and this total is in the 8 to 8.5 range. There is quite a bit of 8.5 available out there, which is juiced to the under. The 8 is juiced to the over. We're going to dive into this matchup and whether we're looking at side or total and which way we're going and why. We're going to get into that in just a moment. Before I do, let's talk about those free pick records just real quick here, guys. This is what I'm doing this for, guys. I'm not just throwing these free picks out there. I'm looking to cash in for you guys on a daily basis. And long term, we're now 171 and 140 with these. More recent than that, 90 and 69, which is a pretty solid record for free picks. And that includes 6-1 my last 7. We're looking for a 2-0 sweep here today on Friday with these freebies. Yes, I have an additional video up for you as well besides this free pick right here in the baseball. And I also want to mention free $60 account. The link is right here in the video. This is available to all new customers, docsports.com/free60. That's for $60 worth of premium picks. And yes, you can use that to get top games absolutely free, and it gets you top games. So don't miss out on that. In fact, I've got 2 big top games going today. One in the WNBA where I cashed a 6-unit last night. Tonight I have a 7-unit play. These are still perfect on the season in WNBA, 100% on these top games. And also a big top game going in the hockey tonight. Yes, on the side in the hockey game, a puck line play. And guys, my 7 units and above across all sports have cashed in 4 in a row with my side plays. So I'm looking for 5 in a row with that selection tonight. Don't miss out. Check out the premium picks options which at the Scott Rickenbach page at Doc Sports. That's where you can find all my premium pick options and get on board for some big winners tonight as those 100% top game trends, top game records are getting put to the test here. Now, speaking of trends, we'll talk about the way the trending is going here between the Phillies and Dodgers. And what we've noticed with the Phillies recently, they've won 3 straight and 4 of their last 5, but they really haven't scored very well. Even in these wins, they've scored a total of 10 runs in the 3 games. And before that, they were struggling and losing quite a few games. So actually, when you look back here, they have scored only 19 runs, okay, in their last 8 games. So an average of about 2.5 runs per game. And they've got Wheeler on the mound here. So Zach Wheeler has been fantastic. He's been great since he came to the Phillies. He really has. And this year, he got a late start. But once he got rolling, he has been rolling once he got started this season after missing the first part of the year. He's 4-0 with a 1.67 ERA, and I believe he's made 6 starts this season now and has that 4-0 record, 1.67 ERA. Now, the Dodgers, they got a southpaw on the mound here that has a 3.07 ERA on the mound, a 6-2 record. I know he's coming off a tougher start, but he is facing a Phillies team that has not hit well against lefties this season. They have a 7-13 record in their games against lefties this season, and part of that reason is because Philly is stacked with some very important hitters that come in from the left side of the plate. So you've got a number of big sticks that can be neutralized when they're facing a left-hander that's pitching pretty well. So I know that the Dodgers lefty's coming off a tougher start here, Wroblewski, but he can bounce back here. He had some good numbers before that, and I think his most recent home start also, they just left him in too long, and he gave up some late runs there, and that kind of started a downward cycle for him over his last couple starts. But the start before last, he was pretty decent in that one, and I think his if you just look at his last 3 starts, it doesn't give you the real story of how well this guy has pitched. And so overall, it looks like a good bounce back spot for the Dodgers southpaw here. And at the same time, Wheeler, I know the Dodgers have a great team and a great lineup, but Wheeler has been absolutely fantastic. So yes, I'm looking for a pitcher's duel here. Also, you have a case where both teams were off yesterday, neither team in action yesterday. So the bullpen guys are ready. They got a day of rest yesterday. You can have your top arms ready to go here in this one. So when you factor all that in, and I understand the higher total here because the Dodgers The Dodgers have been hot and have been scoring runs, but I don't see them doing a whole lot against Wheeler of the Phillies here. The way he's going, he's been fantastic. So this looks like a solid under for me. And I love the fact that we can still get an 8.5. At the time of this recording, about half the books have an 8.5 and half are at 8. Of course, we're going to grab that 8.5. Let's go under 8.5. That's under 8.5 runs in the Dodgers-Phillies game for Friday night baseball action. But a reminder, I do have an additional free video going for today as well. Looking for that 2-0 sweep on video free picks. And if you don't want to miss out on it, as we look to add to this 86% run on free picks, guys, make sure you subscribe to the Doc Sports YouTube channel and also consider turning on notifications. You'll get notified as we post this free content for you on a daily basis. And again, don't miss my big top game action going today. Looking for a huge Friday and a huge weekend up ahead. Testing a couple of 100% runs with those two big top games, 7-unit plays I have going tonight. So don't miss them. These are rare, guys. I've only had 7-unit plays one day this week, and now it's Friday, and I'm finally having a couple here again. So don't miss out on that big Friday. Scott Rickenbach from Doc Sports, reminding you that you can find those picks and all my premium pick offerings at my Scott Rickenbach page at Doc Sports. And again, the free pick here is under 8.5 runs in the LA Dodgers game. Let's get a big winner. I'm wishing you the best of luck today and always.